Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Indiana head coach before the game. This running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. He'll bring it out. It's Bond. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. We're at the halfway point of the season. They're sitting atop the rankings. How hard is it to maintain that focus as the season goes?
And that's one thing this coaching staff's really been trying to focus on, is just to take one opponent at a time, regardless of where they're ranked, regardless of where you're playing. You've got everybody's attention. You're the #1 team in the country midway through the year, David, but there are tougher challenges ahead.
Well, and it's hard to get your players' attention because you start thinking you're good. We've got to get better every week, every practice, and sometimes that #1 ranking makes you not work as hard, gets you a little bit complacent. So that's the job of this coaching staff moving forward.
Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. Pulls and fired complete. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The Hoosiers will have it 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Pressure coming, and they got it.
And guys, we've been talking about this all week, man. What a showdown. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Who's going to come out and assert their will? And the defense wins the first battle. Getting in the backfield, creating the negative play, kind of dictating to this offense. The defense strikes first in this big-time matchup.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's shot. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Richard. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
The Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
So now it's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big noise in the big house for this huge 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's a good response by this defense. They gave up some yards, obviously some plays, more than they wanted to, but when it got to the area in the scoring zone, in the area where it really matters, nice job on 3rd down, getting the sack, and possibly forcing the field goal.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. On the move at the 30. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. On the run, it's Marshall. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Underwood. grabbed in the backfield. It's Marshall. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Underwood on the play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires quickly. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Offense facing 2nd.
We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top as we get a look at the numbers so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Smash it. Picked off, and this one could go all the way back. Touchdown, Michigan. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bond. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's shot. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Hoosiers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Fires to the tight end. That's where they'll mark him a very productive play and a first down. They wanted to get the ball to the tight end, and they've already done it 5 times, and we're not even to the half.
I'm about to say mission accomplished. Yeah, that's what they want to do. Take advantage of the matchup, right? Zone or man, I like my big fella. I like using the tight end all I can. Great job working him into the offense. He's a playmaker. Find him.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Richard. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Hugh did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Fires to the middle. Complete with conviction on the crosser. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Jekyll and Hyde for this offense and for this quarterback, right? Pick 6 on the last drive. You saw on the sidelines the coach is talking to him, really trying to pick his spirits up. I don't know what they said to him, but whatever it was, it worked because this drive is looking really good here by the offense, and what a beautiful throw there by the quarterback.
And the Hoosiers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Here's the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. This crowd knows when to bring it. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it! And he won't be able to push his way in. He stopped at the 1.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Ready to fire from the pistol. Offense changing the play. Play action with Underwood. He's going to let it go. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To throw, it's Hoover. Oh, he wants it all. Holds it in on the left. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Running inside, it's Richard. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Now timeout taken by Indiana, that's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Richard. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. He splits the uprights. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Underwood. Got it behind the line. It's Marshall. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Cavaliers in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Creates a little space. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the change for this offense.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. On the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Sends it back in motion. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
And the Wolverines are marching down the field. Here's Underwood to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Marshall. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22.
He might want another play. On the move. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
And the Wolverines pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give on the option. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Ready. Kill. 886 bouncer. 886 icy.
Throwing, Underwood. Got his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Kill. 214 close. 214 close.
Play fake, Underwood. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Lined up in the gun on third down, Underwood. Got his man to the left.
And this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. Like, what are the minor adjustments we can make to put us drive together, to sustain it, and now set up first and goal. Great opening drive to start this second half.
And after yet another third down conversion, they've got it first and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Loses 4. Brings up second and goal.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Underwood. Into the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get, at minimum, tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. Finds his big tight end. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires left. That's caught. It's Marshall. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the first down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. To the air, it's Underwood. Throws for the tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Throwing, Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Buchanan. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. They get him down after he makes the catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. The 40, the 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! The defense takes matters into its own hands. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And all this defense has done all game long is be absolutely dominant. They have been shutting them out, whether they've tried running it, whether they've tried throwing it. They've been creating takeaways. You get the pick 6 right there. You just can't say enough good things about how this defense has played today.
Number 15, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. He gets a block. What a great return, and he flips the field to start this drive off, and he just about scored himself. It is so good to have a dangerous return man. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of this.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. He fires to the left side. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Hoosiers! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Number 15, set to kick it away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. The option look. Breaks the tackle. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Wolverines in the hurry-up.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. It's first down from the 37-yard line.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Underwood throws to the wideout. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Give to the running back. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And the Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Underwood to throw. Under fire. And he's thrown another interception. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Takes the knee, and they will remain perfect. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.